all season. What have you kind of been learning about his philosophy as a coach in the lead up to this week?
Who? Who's on?
Gerard Mayo, the Patriots coach. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like he's getting his feet wet, and he's like, he's coming into his own. I don't know him yet. I'll meet him and I'll see him. I don't know too much of him,
Dion, Sean talked today about having a champion mindset, about keeping the focus on the things you guys can accomplish, even though the record for the Patriots isn't what Detroit had last week. Can you describe what that means, what to have that champion mindset, and what kind of the focus is this week?
Well, having a championship mindset is just being able to be consistent longer than all your opponents. And that's the simple definition of it. Not thinking more of it than what it's not, and more of it than what it is. Understanding the situation, understanding where you're at, and understanding being present in the current day. And, with preparing to be a champion or pushing for that championship role and for pushing for that championship mindset on a consistent basis, it literally just comes down to doing the same things over and over and over and over and over and over again. When a lot of people might think it's boring to, set your feet and step left and step right in the same coordinates and doing it over and over, when it could get boring and could get annoying, doing it over and over and over, because the results usually equal the same. If 1 + 1 is 2, don't try to go from 2 to -1 to get to 1, or opposite way around, or the other way to get to 2 or 1, whatever. But it might be. Just do the consistent thing of getting there and make it, as simple as possible.
Is that an important reminder when you play a team like this where the record isn't super great, where you look at that and you're not going to be intimidated by that right off the bat?
No. We're grown enough to know that, records don't really tell anything about a team. Teams can lose by 3 points all year. That means that they're only 4 points away from being the opposite way. And us being in the NFL, we know our colleagues, we know who's on the other teams, we know the athletic abilities of some of these guys and some of these quarterbacks, some of these DNs and linebackers and D tackles and receivers and the whole sort. It's a week-to-week league. It's a day-to-day league. Teams shuffle, players come in, things change, energies happen. Guys go down, people come up, excitement happens. Some people are trying to make their name. Some people have a name to hold. Some people have, a standard to maintain. And I don't look at records, and we don't look at records as a team. And don't let that blind you, for the listeners, because there's a great team, You have down seasons, you have up seasons. It is and what it is, but this is the NFL. That's why there's only 32 teams, and that's why we're the 1%ers of what and we do. It's hard to be in this league. It's hard to play, and everybody is at a level of good.
Sean talked about that championship mindset and doing the same thing over and over again. He also talked about the scars that you can learn from. If there's a scar on your face and you see it, Is that mindset something that you guys have learned over the last few years of doing the little things, the boring things? Like, is that just doubled down because of previous years and learning from that?
I mean, you could say that, but it's more so just learning, just continuing to learn as men. We're all men that play a sport, continuing to learn as men, figure out what's right and what's wrong, and just trying to stay consistent as possible, because it's late in the season. Like I mentioned earlier, doing the boring things, but have fun doing the boring things. It's like free throws. Take as many free throws. Free throw after free throw after free throw after free throw. Keep doing it. Step left, step right. Step left, step right. Have your hand up, have it down. Have your hand up, have it down. Look this way, look that way. Everything is in a routine. It's like a boxing match. Keep the flow smooth. Keep your jab there. Keep your jab there. Don't get comfortable, because as soon as you get comfortable, that overright is coming. Bang. And now you got hit. And now what you going to do? Shake and start moving? No, stay consistent. Stay in what you know is right.
Dion, I'm sorry I missed the beginning, but Josh was just talking about how much fun he's having right now this season. Where do you see that show up, both in practice and games?
Josh is having fun. We're having fun watching him. The fact that Josh is having fun, bro, we're all having fun. And, I don't want to keep bringing energy to it, but I'm telling you, like, when you have a strong female behind you, and when you're in the right mental space of going home and everything is peaceful and going like to your cell phone and seeing a heart in your phone and it just makes you bubble or something, it's something about it. He's having fun because everything around him is right. And because he's right, we're right. And because we're right, he's right. It's a fun year.
You really think it's Haley has something to do with it?
What did I just say? Right? That's what we talking about. I'm telling you, I think for everybody who has a significant other, they know the weight that other pulls and what it doesn't. And when you're in this world that we're in, with a lot of different things, a lot of people pulling at you and a lot of sources of ups and downs of a roller coaster, and you have that one stable person that you can rely on and go home and hug and get a laugh no matter what, I think that's dope. And that's what I think is going on. I don't know. I'm not in this house, so I don't know.
Have you seen that all year?
I don't know.
Like we know about the engagement 3 weeks ago, but have you seen that all year? Because just that one event is a huge event, but it's not the whole story from what you're talking about, right?
Repeat the question.
Have you seen the Haley impact, if we're going to call it that, all season, or is this just since the engagement at the bye week?
You see what he asking me? Do you not see what's going on with the Buffalo Bills? So I think you answered your question for yourself. I think the energy is right. Everybody's smiling. You're not just smiling because it's Christmas. We're not just smiling, one, because we're winning, but because of that, the energy is right. And it comes from every source that's here. You guys are all bringing your energy here. It's positive. Josh is the head of our football team. When that is right, everything else is right. McDermott is happy. He's doing snow angels, right? Like, look at it for what it is and understand that we're not robots. There's different things that is really happening that, just want to bring a little light to that, just for the people that got that, respect.
What's it like for you, Dion, wait to see what Josh might pull off next? The chest pass. I mean,
I don't look at that. I just know that it's going to happen. Anything is bound to happen at any time, You never know. Josh might be in front. I might be trying to run. He might toss it back to D-Dog. You never know. You never know. I think anything is bound to happen at any time with Josh Allen on the football field. And he gives a lot of hope for us big guys, because you never know.
When you watched the film back of that game, the one play I want to point out was the throw to Cook. When he's running to the left sideline.
Oh, yeah.
And he threw it back to...
when he squared his shoulders up and threw it.
Was that one of those plays that just not many guys are going to make that play?
Shoot. I mean, I'll be biased if I said only Josh can do that. Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. I've seen him do things like that and examples of similarities. But, like Josh is 6'6", 200 and whatever pounds. Nobody can do it at the size that Josh can do it, but that's just an elite quarterback at work.
Who's an underrated energy guy on this team? Like you mentioned, it starts at the top. Josh is obvious, McDermott, but who's someone that maybe we wouldn't guess is bringing the energy every week?
Micah Hyde. No, I don't know. I think everybody on the football team has a piece of it. I wish that, everybody had an opportunity to be able to show their person and show more of who they truly are. But I think everybody on this roster has a piece of it. And because the pieces are connected and the links are sitting right, everybody's just flourishing.
What about on the offensive line? You go to bat for those guys. Who's underrated on that line?
Me. I am underrated. Dave is underrated. Connor is underrated. Saibo is drastically underrated. And I can definitely promise you that my right tackle, Spencer Brown, is underrated. I'm not saying this with no cockiness. I'm saying this humbly. I'm saying this with the respect of the game. We are an elite group. And, sometimes it feels like this because of where we are in the country. The market of Buffalo, people might not say it's like it's Vegas or LA or New York City. Like some guys just don't get that overall shine or that push. But, the O-line is the best in the league. And not to knock on wood, not to jinx us, Josh is the least sacked quarterback in the league for a reason. And if the world's not going to talk about it, I will. Because why not? Let us be our biggest fans, because I'm our biggest fan. I'm Connor's biggest fan, Saibo, Spencer, and Dave, and our bonus guy, which is Alec, and our young guys that come in, like Vandy and Tylen and Said and Big Mike that are in practice and working their butts off. I'm their biggest fan, so I'll talk about it.